Hi guys, Yvette here. I am the Witch of Willow Creek, and yesterday, December 2019, marked an end of an era for me. I didn't think I was going to take it really hard. I'm still emotional about it. Um, but yesterday we went to go see Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, you're probably wondering, like, why am I so emotional about it? Well, my first movie ever in my life was Star Wars. I was 9 years old. It was my first experience in a movie theater, and it was where I started noticing or putting together the difference between good and evil, right? And so every time these movies came out, we were taken opening opening night to see it. So it's a tradition and for us to go to do that every time one comes out. And it doesn't make a difference whether if it's part of the franchise, we're watching it at the movie theater. So this is not a movie review, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I am going to say that compared to the rest of the franchise, I think they could have done a better movie. But that's just my opinion. Okay. I know there was a whole lot of deal going on about the making of the movie itself, and people, leaving and coming back, and you know, not wanting to make it, or trying to figure out, to close how to close it or whatnot. But obviously, for me, they didn't figure it out. Okay, but I was emotional. I was emotional because it was part of my childhood. I grew up with these characters. I'm not like a diehard fan like some of the ones that you see out there, out there dressed up. They have a whole totally different investment in these movies. Whereas for me, it's more of a connection with my childhood. And for someone who was going through a really horrible ordeal, when my aunt, because my aunt was the one that would take us to the movies, when my aunt would take us, it was free time away from the horror that was my life. And that's how I am connected with this movie franchise. It was a break for me to be able to be a kid for a little bit. And so last night I was a little disappointed in the way that because it was very, this movie was especially made for special effects and costume. Okay. So if it wins awards for anything in the Oscars, that's what it's going to be for. It's not going to be for the storyline or whatnot, because I think they could have done better. They could have picked better parts of the books to do it, but it's just my opinion. Okay. Um, but yeah, I left the movies feeling a little broken, a little, I mean, not broken, but sad. I was sad. I was sad because, first of all, there weren't going to be no more, right? They weren't going to make any more movies, but it was the end of my childhood. And going through therapy and getting as far as I have, I thought that maybe I had dealt with a lot of things, major things, but obviously I have not finished because I wouldn't feel the way I feel right now. I still have a lot of work to do, but it triggered something in me last night, and I was like, I didn't expect to be this emotional over this movie, especially the outcome of the movie. It has nothing to do with the for me, it was just an emotional thing. It was just the remembering all the times that we've gone and an end of a tradition and having to start a new one, probably trying to figure out what franchise to do. But I mean, we're still in the whole Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts situation, but the Star Wars franchise is the only one that my whole family was involved in. Like, we all went together, cousins and aunts and uncles. I mean, we all went together. Except for my mother and my stepfather, because they weren't Star Wars fans, but everybody else, we all went together. And it was really sad for me. Even now, I mean, that's the end of my childhood. And I thought I'd share it with you guys because I have a totally different experience with this franchise than everybody else is going to have. But if you are one of those people that have seen it in a theater every time it's come out, regardless of how you feel about this movie when you see it, just know that it'll you'll be glad that you did it, that you saw it at the movies. Because I think that if I would have waited and not seen it, because I didn't like the outcome, right? Or I didn't like the way they made it. Not the outcome, but the way it was made. I think they could have done better compared to the rest of the movies that they've made. I still am happy that I saw it at the movies, because it's something that we've done every time. I would have regretted not seeing it. I would still have a little bit of regret if I waited to see it on, like, see DVD, right, or something, but or streamed it or something. So I am glad that I went to go see it, but at the same time, I'm sad because that is the end of my childhood life. So I just thought I'd share this with you guys. It's not witchiness, and it's not tarot, but I just had these feelings I need to share. So, anywho, if you like Star Wars and you've seen it at the movies, every time you're gone, go see it. If you're one of those who just hated it on some of them and saw some of them there and then don't care, then wait to see it. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys next time. Bye.